Whew, lordy, lordy. Well, I finally got that done. What are we going to talk about next time? Yeah, this bad boy right here. I've not been looking forward to this. I'm gonna take a stab at it. This is the door that goes out into the garage. We're getting ready to paint these doors, and even if you weren't getting ready to paint doors, you could fix this. We just had them put an alarm thing up here, but see the gap on the edge of the door, there's not very much right up in there, is there? And I can see that this door has sagged. See the gap? Now it's smaller way over there. You see how big it is over here? And I can also see on the edge of the door, see the gap down there? It's almost actually touching. And this is about the gap you want. Okay, now let's follow it up. This is an 8-foot tall door. There's the third hinge. See how big the gap is? Right in there. Look at that. So that has kind of pulled away and it's actually sagged. Now this is still latching and everything. Okay. But it's towards the lower side, and as I lift it up, there's still going to be plenty of room for it to fit in here, I believe. And I'm going to try. Oh, I've got to take this hinge off, but that hinge is a self-closing hinge. See how big it is? See that little thing that sticks out? That's holding the spring. See, there's little holes in there. You can adjust that and tighten it by pulling back, pulling that pin out, putting it in the next hole. Usually you can do that with a little Allen wrench that you put in the bottom or the top of it and hold it back as a crank. Pull that out, lift back, put the pin in the next little hole to lessen the pressure. But on this one, there's no hole up there. So I've got to figure out how to get that out, because I want to take this hinge. Got to undo these hinge screws, flap this back, and because I want to put screws in here, but I don't want to put face screws in. I could put face screws in, 3-inch face screws. I don't really want to do that. I want to try to fix this by sucking this hinge in without seeing the screws. So if I started doing these screws, it's just there's going to be so much pressure on here, it's going to want to swing back. Okay, if I don't take that, if I don't lessen the spring tension on that. You follow me? And I don't want it to snap back on my fingers. Plus, then I got to push it back and then put the screws back in there and hold my breath and hope that I get it lined up just right and all that kind of stuff. So the easiest thing to do is to lessen that spring tension, I believe. I'm going to try that. If not, I'm already thinking about this. I might take my fat, thick putty knife, undo the screws, and then hold my putty knife in there, let it flap back against there. Okay, if it's not too hard of a spring tension, and then I can pull it back a little bit, grab it with my hand, push down on it, and whatever. If I can't get this little pin out of here. Okay, that's on the next video though. I shouldn't get too far. Okay, so if you want to watch that, look for it on my channel.